Hello friends, Nayaswami Hriman here, and it's time to ask a yogi. I had a question from someone named Susan in America, and she writes, I experienced my first sound bath, that's with the singing bowls, during the hour-and-a-half experience. It was a beautiful experience, and I began to feel as if I were under the sea. I wasn't afraid. In fact, I felt blessed. Could you help me understand what might have been happening? I wrote back and concurred with her that this was certainly a blessed experience. You know, the process of spiritual awakening, the process of meditation specifically as a technique, is first to relax the body. And by relaxing away from the awareness of the physical form and the input of the senses, the five sense telephones, as Paramahansa Yogananda put it, awakens us to be able to tune in to the subtle or astral body. We have three bodies, you see, that are taught. We have a body of thought, a body of ideation, concept, and intention. We'll call it the intention to take physical human birth. We'll just leave it at that. That would include the intention to be a separate entity. Okay. And then we have the etheric body, the astral body, with the energy body, which begins to in forms of light and color and sound and so on, to form the shape and the functions of the what will become the physical body. And then there's the physical body. So when in the process of meditation, we first shed the outer form of the physical body by various techniques. We can energize the body to feel because the astral body is the body of life force that inhabits the physical body, without which it's just a corpse. So we relax from the periphery of the body. In that relaxation that this person, Susie, experienced, we become automatically, but better yet intentionally, aware of potentially the energy body. And when she felt she was in this sea, floating as it were, but not, even though the analogy, the metaphor is the sea, it was not like she was drowning. She had no fear. And so it's a very delightful experience to sort of float. You think of angels floating around, and this is exactly what's taught and experienced and shared down through the ages. And so many different things happen. Swami Sri Yukteswar reported to Paramahansa Yogananda, his disciple, that the astral world is far larger, if you want to think in spatial terms, which is how we think. I don't know that spatial terms is really the reality, but that's how we put it, is much larger. Jesus Christ said, in my Father's home there are many mansions. And so everything that we see in this complex physical universe has its origins in the far larger astral world of energy. And it includes the atomic forms as well on the kind of lower spectrum of the astral. On the higher spectrum, it's much more in consciousness. And so in meditation, the amount and the complexity and the variety, I should say, the variety of religious experience, to quote a very famous book from over 100 years ago, suddenly can't think, William James's book, Varieties of Religious Experience. So the varieties of meditative experience are legion. And so I get a lot of questions on, I experienced this, it could be sound, it can be color, it can be taste. I once had an experience of incredible taste early on in my years of meditation. Fragrances as well. And so, are these important to achieve? No, these are just way showers, way signs, indications of your of your having left to some extent the physical realm and beginning to bathe, as it were, in the subtle realm of the astral. It's to encourage us, but they don't have any significance. The astral realm is there and includes the astral hells. So you can be an evil person, and to some degree, anyway, to a limited extent, and experience some of these things. People who have no spiritual interest sometimes have certain experiences. People on the psychic hotlines, there must be some of them who are psychic, don't you think? And so you can have psychic ability, but not necessarily be spiritual. I don't want to put these things down. They can be delightful and very helpful. In the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, he says to these things come to you, these astral perceptions, focus on it, receive it, be calm with it, relax. Relaxation is the key. Not to get all excited, oh, I see the spiritual eye, or I hear the sounds of the chakras. Just relax into it and enter into, or allow it to enter into you, either way, into the experience and go deep and feel the joy of subtler realms of perception. And as you do enjoy this, sharpens your ability, your psychic powers, if you will, not for the purposes of those for themselves, but for the purposes of refining your sensibilities. And that refinement will include the ability to love people, to feel more peaceful, to experience God in nature. All of these things are steps along the higher path of inner awakening. So, Susie, I'm happy for your blessed experience using the singing bowls and the sounds to experience that. But there are many other forms. The highest form is to commune with the bliss of the soul, the bliss of the infinite spirit. Okay.